Good evening, sports fans, on this late Tuesday night, 26th of July, 2069. Peter Wiggins, signing out for Sports Roundup. And let's have Fenway Park, the Boston messages whether the Boston Red Sox square off against the Detroit Tigers in a second of a three-game series at Fenway Park. And the Tigers were off to a fast start in the top of the first. Donna Miguel Cabrera home on a fly ball straight center field that scores Cabrera and Iglesias 2-0 for the Tigers. And then top of the second, the Tigers double it to 4-0 on a towel call and single that scores Mike Wiggins and Jose Iglesias on a single that scores Collins. 4-0 for the Tigers. But the Red Sox bats woke up. Big Poppy did with these 24 minutes season that scores Betts and Bogarts, and it was 4-3, Tigers grew 3. And then, bottom of fourth, Brown Colt grounds out second baseman and kills with the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera. Chuck Barrett Jr. scores, and it's tied at 4. And then McBeth doubles on a shot line drive to left fielder just enough that it scores Troy Shaw's 5-4 in favor of the Red Sox. But it was short-lived. Victor Martinez singles on a ground ball to right fielder Mookie Betts that scores Jose Iglesias and it's tied at 5. And then just enough to grounds out that scores Miguel Cabrera 6-5 in favor of the Tigers. And then Jared Saltback singles on a ground ball to left fielder Brock Holt that's defended by shortstop Zeno Bogarts that scores Victor Martinez. And Nick Costanzo sits 8-5 in favor of the Tigers. And then in the bottom of the 6th, Jack Ryder Jr. homers on a line drive right to the field. That's 8-6. Tigers, this 16 homer season, and Des Petro singles on line drive to the fielder Tyler Collins that scores Sandy Leon's and was 8-7 Tigers. Then Zeno Bogarts grounds a force out that scores Brock Colton was tied at 8, and then top of the 7th, Robbie Walsh Jr. walked Tyler Collins, and that proved the difference game as the Boston Red Sox offense bats were flying, but the pitching failed again as the Sox fall to the Tigers 9-8 to go drop to 55 and 43 in the season as Alex Wilson got the win. Robbie Ross Jr. got the loss with fall 1-2 in the season, and Francisco Rodriguez gets his 20th save of the season. And tonight, the Red Sox are trying to salvage the finale of a 3-game series against the Tigers tomorrow afternoon at 1:35 p.m. at Fenway Park with Eduardo Rodriguez and a man for the Red Sox. Wall. Mike Fulmer and a man for the Tigers. Alright, take a look at some other scores around the majors on this late Tuesday night. San Diego Padres clinging to a 6-5 lead on the Toronto Blue Jays at bottom of 12 with bases loaded and 1 down for the Blue Jays. Bottom of 6, the Good Athletics leading the Texas Rangers 5-3. Bottom of 6, middle 8, Milwaukee Brewers, Arizona Diamondbacks down at 4-4 apiece. Top of the 9th, New York Yankees leading Houston Astros 6-3. Top of the 9th, it's Los Angeles Angels all over the Kansas City Royals 11-0. Bottom of the 3rd, Los Angeles Dodgers, Tampa Bay Rays, no score. Top of the 3rd, San Francisco Giants leading the Cincinnati Reds 40-0 at the top of the 3rd. St. Louis Cardinals get the first game of a doubleheader 3-2, and then Mets get the second game 3-1. Colorado Rockies over the Baltimore 6-3, so the Red Sox missed a golden opportunity to game grab the Baltimore for first place in the AL East. Seattle Mariners over Pittsburgh Pirates 7-4. Chicago White Sox blanked the Chicago Cubs 3-0. Philadelphia Phillies get blanked by the Miami Marlins 5-0. Cleveland Indians over the Washington Nationals 7-6, and the Minnesota Twins get shut out by the Atlanta Braves 2-0. Alright, take a look at how the MLB standings stand. As the Red Sox and the Blue Jays are 2.5 games behind the Orioles for first place in the AL East. Cleveland Indians get a 5.5 game lead on the Detroit Tigers for first place in the AL Central. Texas Rangers got a 3.5 game lead on the Houston Astros for first place in the AL West. And the National League West, the Nationals got a 4-game lead on the Miami Marlins for first place in the NL East. Chicago Cubs got a 6.5 game lead on the St. Louis Cardinals for first place in the NL Central. And the San Francisco Giants got a 2.5 game lead on Los Angeles Dodgers for first place in the NL West. Alright, take a look at the wild card teams. Boston and Toronto in the wild card in the American League, and the National League gets Los Angeles Dodgers and Miami Marlins in the wild card. Alright. So the Red Sox pitching needs to know that they need to take their time and time their pitches perfectly. Take their time and don't rush in the pitcher, because if you put too much power on the ball, then you get a ball or maybe get a hit. Well, Sox are trying to get a salvage a W out of this Tigers in the tomorrow's finale at Fenway Park. Alright, let's take a look at how the Paw Sox did, and the Paw Sox down on the farm in McCoy defeat the Rochester Red Wings in 11 innings, 4-2. And the Boston Rocks edge at the Martha's Vineyard Sharks 5-4. Okay. How the WNBA basketball Nope. Let's move it on to sports news, where Rio de Janeiro, where Olympic officials were scrambling and hundreds of handymen, electricians, and plumbers were working around the clock today to fix a multitude of infrastructure problems playing the Olympic Valley complaints appear to be. Amari Stoudemire signed a contract New York Knicks and subsequently announced that he will travel to the NBA. The club said a statement on Tuesday. Roger Federer's injury-plagued season took a turn worse on Tuesday when he announced he will take the rest of the season off to rehab his ailing left knee. As the Seattle Seahawks extend their contract court, Pete Carroll, take a look. Another Cowboys suspend to Lumen. They need a pass rush decided. Yes, the beginning of training camp Dallas will have a familiar feeling. Philadelphia Eagles linebacker Doug Draper was arrested in Miami on Monday, 2 days before he was due to report for training camp. Chicago, where we have a team in 2016, as Urban Meyer said in a way of introduction on Tuesday morning, we have to find a way. Big Ten Commissioner Jim Delaney to retire in 2020. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series drives a long pond in Pennsylvania this week for the Pennsylvania 400. There are only 6 races until the chase. Cuba Slash may no longer with us, but his son Kevin Ferguson Jr. will look to carry the mantle as Baby Slash gets ready for the Belly to beat this August. The Rio followed Chris Hale, turn up the team uniforms on Saturday. They took a turn on Monday. Sale to Major League Baseball. That manager Robin Ventura needed to do a better job of protecting players from marketing and sales promotion to disrupt professional football is an notoriously difficult sport to predict. The 16 games means fit to be a good or bad luck that would anticipate across an 82-game, 162-game schedule of what might be a team's entire season. Los Angeles. Carmelo Anthony spent the U.S. Olympic basketball team's precious day off running due to our town meeting at the South Los Angeles Youth Center because he can't sleep anymore. Las Vegas turns Crawford away, the two-division world title and the 2014 fighter of the year has been hailed by many of America's next biggest boxing star. St. Joseph, Missouri. The Kansas City Chiefs are not expected to Pro Bowl safety Eric Berry to join this team mates for the start of the training camp this weekend, as source said, and vague replies a cloud of a controversial new Chicago Cup and relative champion, and that is going to be it for Sports Minutes late tonight, July 26, 2016. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.